Good morning, Mr. West. Mr. West, tell him what you told him. Big up to Black Queen. Big up to Bluebird and Wahaha. Bluebird, the early bird. Big up to you, sir or ma'am. Don't want to misgender you in this day and age. Get myself canceled. Massive Carabao fixtures, people. Massive fixtures on the cards. 10 teams, 5 slots. How will they fall? 10 teams, 5 slots. Big up to Brentford. Big up to Fulham. And big up to, is it Cardiff? Is it Cardiff that went through? Big up to Cardiff. Now, on the cards today, let me just make sure what we're dealing with on the cards. We got the defending champs taking on Tottenham Hotspur. Wolves at Chelsea. Is there an upset there? Liverpool, Crystal Palace. Now, if you're Liverpool, this is the last team you want to see is Palace. You don't want none of Palace. The form that they're in, they're coming off a loss. Palace is coming off a loss. It's at Anfield. So advantage Liverpool. But there's only pressure on one team in this. Yeah, there's no pressure on Palace. Palace got him a free hit. Palace can be a stubborn team. That's the best word I can come up with in my limited vocabulary to describe Palace. They are a stubborn bunch. They don't give you much. And if it's a set piece that you need to unlock them, that's what you need to unlock them. Liverpool unlocked them with a handball from Salah that wasn't called. Media darlings, they say. But the fixture that I'm most interested in, Arsenal-Brighton. Now, people, I am not feeling good about this game. I'm not going to lie. I go around the spaces and I say, this negative guy has been predicting nothing but wins all season. Wins. Every fixture that I think Arsenal go into, I'm saying that we're going to win. I don't feel good about this one. Big up to me, though. I do not feel good about this one. Premier League team matchups. If you're City, walk in the park for you today, professional performance. Is there an upset in the card on Wolves on Chelsea? But if you're Liverpool, that's Palace bunch. They are stubborn. Newcastle and Tottenham is a favorable matchup. And if it weren't, well, it will be on. We have our kickoff is 15 minutes before theirs. But if we weren't on at the same time, I'd actually watch them. I'd actually watch Tottenham and Newcastle because that's an even matchup, right? Newcastle being the defending, the holders of the cup, defending champions at St. James's Park to defend their record. Tottenham have a very good road record. Tottenham are top of the Premier League table. I know this is a cup competition, but they travel well under Thomas Frank. Top of the table in away form in the Premier League. So this might be, that one might go down to the wire. Evenly matched, but today will be, someone's going to be mudded. Big up, man. I hope you are good. Big up to the Eagles. Yeah. There could be some upsets today, and it could be us. I'm not going to lie. It could be us, Arsenal fans. We could be leaving the party today with our face in our hands with the first trophy to be won. No. And here's why I say that. Brighton usually respond well after a loss. After they lose a game, especially a big margin, right? They conceded 4 goals. A big margin like that, they usually respond well, home or away. There is listen, the dynamics of this game is very interesting between us and Brighton. Lots of former players, right? I think Benjamin White is projected to start today. Right, that's why I got him in the thumbnail. He's projected to start along with Gabriel and Mosquera, Skelly, Bryson Zimmermandy, Trossard as a Saka. You're correct. I don't know how much I believe that. I really don't believe that Rice is going to start this game. But the manager did say he was fit and ready. Big up to Guna Rican in the house. Big up to you, bro. Hope you are good. Manners and respect. Me, well, where's my manners? Gotta big up Wahaha every single time. It said, man tagged it with hashtag Man United, you joker. Now, that was a copy. I have a list of the teams in the competition that I usually copy and post in the description. I didn't even know that United was at the front of it. My bad, bro. big up to Bluebird, Wahaha returning the depths. Nito in the house. Up the Eagles, the super Eagles, traveling to Anfield. Can Oliver Glasner shock football? Oliver Glasner, you can do the football world of content creation. Hella good today. You can do us a solid. And I'm sure the Liverpool faithful, the Man United faithful are looking at Fabian Hustler. It's like, bro, do something to the Arsenal. Go there and turn them over. And let them watch them all have a meltdown. And could this be the blow that made the Arsenal faithful believe that, hey, maybe we're not that good? I have a feeling Wolves will knock out Chelsea. Rah! Oh, my days. If that happens, I'm here for it. Not the world champions. Surely not. Surely not the world champions can't be knocked out by the Chelsea. I mean, by the Wolves. Nah, Wolves that, no. No, hell no. I'm here for it, though. Big up to all 14 of you locked in. So you hit the like button as you pop in and out the stream. Wolves has been beating Prem teams in the League Cup. Oh, wait. Who has Wolves beaten? Now I got to go look, Vito. Because I know, did they knock out Villa? Now I have to look. You've made me very, very interested. And these cup competitions, these cups are just, they knocked out West Ham. They knocked out Everton. Shit. Now they have the Chelsea. Hey. Spot on. Big up to Gunarika TV. Said one of my first game in person at the Emirates was Brighton. We lost. Was that the 3-0? Was that the 3-0 at the back of the 2022-2023 season? If that's the game that you're talking about, Gunarika TV, I remember it vividly because I remember they were coming off a big loss. I don't know who. I think it may have been Chelsea. Someone beat him badly. And Roberto De Zerbi came out in this press conference and said, the Brighton that you saw today is not the Brighton you're going to see at Arsenal on Saturday or Sunday. It will respond. And boy, did they respond. Caicedo was bossing us. Estupinian was bossing. Rather, that man ran us ragged at the carpet. Now, I know a lot of those players have left. But there's something about Brighton. There is a way of a style, a Brighton way of life. They play football a certain way that's very attractive and makes people watch them. And when then you watch them and you look at the players and their technical ability, some of them worry me. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them actually worry me. I'm actually more nervous about Brighton than I was about Atletico, than I was about West Ham, and then I was about Palace. Okay. I absolutely was more worried about these men. And the fact that they went to Old Trafford and got punched up the way they got punched up, I'm worried about it. Not gonna lie. So this isn't gonna be one of those where I'm sitting there looking like, yep, easy walk in the park, guaranteed advance. No. If this was a Premier League game, I'd probably feel differently because there wouldn't be as much pressure, right? You got 29 games to play, 87 games to play. But we lose this game, we're out of a competition that I'm desperate to win. Big up to LFC Monster in the house. I'm desperate to win this shit for real. Also, Chelsea will heavily rotate for Spurs at the weekend. If they rotate heavily and lose, they will be calling for Maresca's head. Right. Today's Tuesday. When do they play Chelsea? Is it Saturday or Sunday they play? Oh boy, gotta get my another window open because I need to check these things. These are informed decisions that need to be made in the form of predictions and that. And oh my days. Where we at? Chelsea played Tottenham on Saturday. Oh yeah, they might rotate. They might actually do some rotation. But big up to Guinea, man. Hope you are good. Preach and D Dubs don't want the smoke. So you know what? See that damn Preach and D Dubs, yeah. There was a stream. There was a stream that I did on Jordy Dread TV way back in the summer. And I'm actually gonna find it when the trend thing was going on and the trend thing was blowing up. And all of them are on there. And we're talking about Trent. And when it came to me to speak on the Trent thing, I said, thank you, Trent, for exposing the Liverpool fan base for being what they accuse every other fan base of doing, being emotional. And then I sat there for about 35 minutes not speaking because when I'm on panels, I'm reserved, not speaking for about 35 minutes, and everyone spoke. So when it got to my time, I thought I was gonna, do my monologue, and those are the only words that I got out of my mouth before them man emotional reaction. So I like what them two. See, Scans is much more calm. Scans will criticize Dirks and be like, he's not playing well, and accept it. But these men will go to the end of the earth to defend some bullshit. Preach and D-Dubs. But that damn Preach now, he's the master of deflecting. Now we're staying in the now, brother. We're not moving the goalpost to April and May. We can talk about the now. So should Palace knock Liverpool out the cup today, we shouldn't be able to talk about it because Liverpool may win the Champions League. We can still talk about it. We can still discuss what the hell is going on. That's why we are a football community. Big up to the Shell Don Godfrey. Big up yourself, Godfrey. Love, bro. LFC fans' asses are falling out. Speaking of LFC fans, big up to the realest one. The realest one. Man like LFC Monster. How's it going, people? How's it going, people? Thoughts to those in Jamaica and Cuba right now. So, my family, no light, so loss of power and a lot of flooding. Yesterday was a little bit of flooding. Today it's a lot of flooding. No loss of life or loss of property on my end, but there has been loss of life, right? So prayers goes out to those, absolutely keep those people in your thoughts and prayers. We're a resilient bunch, it's hurricane has, we've lived through a couple of them, but this one, some things are just inevitable. The infrastructure is not built to handle major natural disasters for an extended period of time. But Jamaicans are a very innovative bunch, man. But yeah, hopefully today is the last major day of winds and rain. And but literally and figuratively speaking, this storm may be over. We are losing tonight. 100. Wow! No way. See, listen, where did the chest go? Where did the chest go? At Enfield. The Palace. No, come on, man. You can't be doing this. You can't. No, hell no. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting this LFC monster. You can't be conceding. And not after we punched up United from losing to Grimsby, right? We punched up United for losing to Grimsby, and we're saying, hey, United's next meaningful game is until January when the FA Cup starts. But now, United are in what? Top 4 contention. So now their Premier League games all of a sudden are meaningful. No way. You can't be conceding. Now, it might happen, but you as a Liverpool fan cannot be conceding the Palace. Oh, hell no, my brother. Big up to Yasta, the tax man. Manners and respect, brother. Hope you are good. Have you Have you realized Chelsea is the same as Brighton? I'm not talking one or two players. I'm talking about the backroom and players. Yeah, they got what? Sanchez, Cucurella, Yao Pedro, Caicedo. Shit, I might be missing one. But we got Benjamin White and Trossard. Yeah? Yeah. Big up to Godfrey, man. You absolute legend. Rotate against. Yeah, they might have to rotate against Spurs. Or Spurs. Because Palmer's out. They've been playing Yao Pedro in the 10 and Mark Guehi up front. You know? So, yeah, they might have to rotate, man. What we got? Their projected lineup, yeah, is Guehi up front, Neto, Garnacho, Yao Pedro. The strong team. Strong team. Enzo and Caicedo, you know, the world's best midfield. They may even throw Lavia in there. Reece James, Chalaba, Ashenpong, Cucurella, Sanchez. Yeah, that is a full strength, showing respect. What? Listen, people, look at this. Look at this. The Liverpool faithful have completely lost faith in the team. LFC Monster saying Liverpool are losing. Anfield, the Reds said they man conceding 5 at Anfield. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. A month ago, it was quad, cheeky, invincible. No way, brother. The football comes at you fast, and this is why I'm urging the Arsenal faithful to calm down. Calm down with the chest. You see how fast life came at Liverpool. We have a rough November. This could be us. Yeah? This could be us in November. We got Tottenham, Bayern, Chelsea, Brentford, Villa in succession. And today we might know who we draw in the next round should we advance. Now the hell with, hey, bring me one of the big boys in the round of 8. Nope. Give me Cardiff. Give me Cardiff, Brentford, or Fulham. And should Wolves do Chelsea today? Or in the craziest of things, Swansea shithouser win versus City. Give me them. I don't want any of the big boys if I can avoid them. None of them. Fuck that. But, this football thing is a humbler for real. Because yesterday we saw one Man United slayer in Grimsby Town and the other Man United slayer in Brentford go at it, and it was 5-0. You see, this is how football works. Because Grimsby has the ball in the net against Man United 3 times. That should have never went to pens in it. And today they held 5 from a lower level team in the Premier League. But both these teams, I'm pretty sure when these men shook hands at the end, they said, at least we both beat United. Yes. Bless up Jamaica and Dios este con Cuba. Yes, man. Big up to you for that. Guna Rican TV. Why would Chelsea rotate for Spurs? The Spurs are above them in the table, I think. I mean, if hand on heart right now, who is the better team, Chelsea or Spurs? Is this the same Spurs, or Thomas Frank is putting his imprint on them? Because right now, you look at their 9-game sample: Spurs 5-2-2, Chelsea 4-2-3. Where is this game, by the way, at the weekend for Spurs? It's at Tottenham. Tottenham have a shit home record, yo. Their home record is atrocious. So Chelsea might be able to get something out of that. But there could be some rotation. I don't think a rotation for rotating for Spurs is a crazy idea. But then you look at Spurs and you be like, are they going to rotate for Chelsea? I don't think they can, because they're at St. James's Park against the defending champs. So if they really want to push forward in this competition, they must play their strong 11 today. Or they will get turned over by Walter Marty and that. Absolutely, yes, sir. It's been bad enough, and our run of form has been what it is. But Palace is our bogey team on top. Nah, man, you can't lose to Palace today. It would be, brother. It would be epic meltdown. But I can't see you, man, losing to Palace today. No way. If it was at Palace, but it does set up for a great spectacle. But I think there will be some letdown, right? Palace is coming off a loss. You men are still on a skid. They meet at Anfield. Oliver Glasner is good in cups, though. Not gonna lie, he is really good in cups. Slot hasn't really have a big enough sample size in England with his cup record for us to really, he drew PSG in the round of 16. They went on to win the thing. Got knocked out the FA Cup to was that Plymouth, but that was a heavily rotated team. Speaking of rotation, does Liverpool rotate today? Because Palace won't. Palace is not turning up at Anfield rotating anything. So will Liverpool rotate? Will Salah start? All these questions will be answered around 7:45 tonight. Big up, GS Band. Tell us, make we know say you're good, na G? Or you stay down on the ground? Or your family? Uh, Godfrey, it's not Chelsea versus Spurs. Yeah, no, they're talking about Chelsea versus Spurs at the weekend. So Chelsea might be rotate this game to play Spurs. People, make sure we're subbing to Yasser TV. Chelsea fan makes good content. He laughed. He balked at rotating for against Tottenham. Chelsea is playing Wolves. I think Nito got confused because there's no chance Chelsea would rotate against Spurs. Now, there's a chance. There is a chance. 5-1. 5-1. He said maybe worse. I can't see that. I can't see that at all, man. Last year Chelsea, yeah, they did. Chelsea rotated against Brighton last year and got put out the cup. I don't remember which one, but they had a back-to-back, a league game and a cup game. I don't know, FA Cup or a League Cup. I don't know if Yasser could tell us if he's still in here. But yeah, Chelsea did rotate, and Mitoma bossed them. They got put out the cup. I think it may have been the FA Cup. Nito says Anfield the Red, they have no depth in their defense. Yeah, their defense is trash. Hot garbage. Big up to Hendo. What you telling me? Hope you good, bro. Faith is still there for the long term, but for right now, for here and now, we are useless. Listen, the chest is gone, you know. Now, what's gonna happen when Liverpool put a couple of wins together? The chest come back, yeah? He can't when you men click, and I think you will click at some point. It can't be, yeah, we're taking it one game at a time, and it's not. You have, you click in the Champions League, but hey, man, we're gonna go on to win this thing. FA Cup start. I don't care who you draw. You're Liverpool. You could draw Man City in the third round. You gotta whatever it is. The chest went too quick. I prefer Liverpool, to be honest. That ass ain't fat no more. And you flat chested. Get out my sight. Oh my, brother, this is diabolical. Yeah, because that cow from the cottage, yeah, the one that did will win it all, ain't it? Love my owners. FSG till the day I die. Him, he is slot out now. Mon said he got to win one more game. He's giving him just one more game. Top 4 or top 5, says Anfield the Red. Right. The chest has gone, people. Right, Arsenal 2-0 Brighton. Liverpool 5-1 to Palace. Swansea getting beat 4-0. 2-2 Wolves. Chelsea on pens. Newcastle 2-2. Newcastle on pens. All of this could happen except for the 5-1. Now, okay, I hear it. Liverpool could have been down 4-0 in the league game. I hear it, right? But I don't. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see that at all, man. Oh my days. Big up to me though, man. Round of applause for me though, people. Big round of applause for me though. Coming a member stream next week. I definitely have to do one next week. Or no, I think I'll wait until the international break to get one in. Will be a call-in member stream show. A big up to me though, man. Manners and respect for that. But Jay, where we at? Endo says, but we have the best squad in the Prem and super duper Mick. Why fear other teams in the Carabao Cup? Yeah, I hear that. You know, we have the best team, this and that. But I fear too much rotation could upset the balance of the midfield and we could get punched up by Brighton. And here's why Brighton is the worst team that we could play right now. With the heaviest squad or with the deepest squad in the league, regardless of who they're playing. Here's why I say this about Brighton and why Brighton frightens me. Over the past 4 or 5 seasons, just these are just of the players off the top of my head, Hendo. Brighton have lost their coach and Graham Potter to Chelsea back then, and their entire backroom staff. They lost Sanchez, they lost Cucurella, Ben White to us, they lost Big Dan Byrne, they've lost Stupinan, Caicedo, Trossard, Bissouma, Yao Pedro. That's just off the top. I'm sure I've missed a couple, right? They have lost all those players. That's a Premier League starting team. And they play the same way. They don't skip a beat. They just plug and play the same brand of football. Score a lot of goals or concede a lot of goals. In the event that the other team is not clinical, it's a blowout in the favor of Brighton. They do that. So if we rotate too much, we might face the prospect of a team that's off balance. Because I've seen Arteta. I've seen Timber get suspended due to a yellow card accumulation, and then has to change the complete team around. He has to move Partey to right back. He has to move Timber to left back, shuffle off one person being out. Meanwhile, Brighton have lost all those players I just named, and they just plug and play the same way. So that tells me that something about the coaching, something about the system and the philosophy of the style of play of both teams. And I really think over the past 4 games at the Emirates, Palace, West Ham, Atletico, this one will be the trickiest. Brighton will give us problems. Not gonna. I feel funny about. I got this funny feeling. Big up to Cooper. Wahaha says exactly. If they rotate, they weaken teams, so they shouldn't do it. Unless Slot get into the realms of last season, Amorim and Ange, I expect Slot to be here at the end of the season. Yeah, fair play. He bought himself that transfer window, man. That extra, those 450. It's long. It feels like Arteta could rotate much. I think he rotates the entire back 5. I think the back 5 is going to be the not the Port Vale back 5, because I think Saliba started that game. Saliba's out. So back 5 today will probably be Kepa, Benjamin White, Mascara, Nkappai, Skelly. Because he did bring on Nkappai to get some minutes. Yeah, that's the back 5. The midfield is where it gets sticky for me. The midfield, if he goes Norgard, Marino, Ethan, I don't think I've ever seen those 3 play together before. You know? So, I don't know. We've won enough League Cups, so we'll be kind of let someone win it for a change. Yeah, I'll gladly take that off you. Gladly take that off you. If Glasner upsets the balance of the League Cup tonight, because I really think Palace fancy themselves to win this. They fancy themselves to win the FA Cup. And if Oliver Glasner, yeah, loses Olise, keeps the rest of his team together, wins the FA Cup, then lose Eze the following season, and then wins the Carabao, boss, Mr. Cup, walking out the door to a bigger club and to a big job, and it would have been well-deserved. Brighton don't need to rotate. They aren't in Europe. This is a trophy they could win, and they will go for it. And that's exactly what I'm on. That's it. So we rotate. We have to look at Brighton. You know what? Mikel Arteta, Arsenal Football Club, players, trainers, fans, Let's just treat this like a Premier League fixture. Let's treat this like it's a Premier League fixture, match week 38, and we must win to win the league. You treat it like that, I think we'll be okay. Whether that be the starting, I don't listen. I do not want to fuck about with this Brighton side. We can afford a little more rotation in the next round when we draw Brentford or Fulham or Cardiff. I'm calling for Cardiff. But we won't get Cardiff. You know who will get Cardiff in the next round? Man City. That's who's gonna get Cardiff. That man got Swansea. They'll get Cardiff in the next round, and they just always do. They just always, and it would be at the Etihad too, and then they beat him 4-0. If we have a shit season this year, Slot will only have next season to make up for it. It won't be 3 years, in my opinion. So the thing is, if Liverpool have a shit season this year, and next year he starts like this, he won't get the season. He is out of there. He lose 4 games in a row next season, he's done. And I can't believe we are here now, because last season, coming off the back of last season, I asked, is there a world where Liverpool spend all this money and don't win anything? They get bounced out tonight, then it's Champions League or bust. Fake Cup haven't started yet, but we'll speak on that. Darren, yeah, that's fact. I read that one already. Rotating goalie: Bradley, Endo, Gomez, Robo, Jones, Sabozo, Wirtz, Rio, Chiesa, Isak. I'd rather Hugo, but slot reserves Isak, maybe Ekatike tonight. Yeah, okay. I don't know. He played that. You might be out. Liverpool clicking if the realization clip is empty. Click, 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 and pow, nothing. Empty barrel. The revolver is out of bullets, says the shell down. Liverpool fans have bad PSD from the past 4 weeks. Brother, if they lose this, then that Palace game at Anfield becomes a damn pressure cooker. Pressure cooker. Palace, Villa is in good form. And then it's City and Real Madrid. City knows that they can't, slide too far down the Prem. These are massive, massive fixtures. Pressure. Taran predicted the cup double. That's way too early for the team who wins it to be worried. When the hell did I predict a cup double? I didn't predict a cup double. I said a cup double. No, I did. I did predict a cup double. Yeah, I did, because here's the thing. With the transfer window that Liverpool had, obviously I picked them to be favorites to win the Premier League. But I never saw these men. I didn't even see these men lose four games in a row, for the past 6-7 years. But I think with the depth of the squad, as everyone has alluded to, that we had enough to win a cup. So, but I don't know. I am worried about Brighton. I'm not gonna lie, man. I can see this being another stinkfest of a match that will go down to a penalty shootout, and Brighton will go through. Kepa is good on penalties, to be fair. He's better than Raya. He is definitely better than Raya. What I expect today, I expect Brighton to have great spells in the match. They will go into the game, they will play some good football, because that's what they do. However, I expect this defense to stifle that attack whenever it starts to grow. Put out the fire. Right? Even without Gabriel on the pitch, even without Saliba on the pitch, I still expect the defensive unit to deal with the Brighton attack. But that damn Danny Welbeck, he's just written for him to score in it. We may have more players on the bench this season. It doesn't mean anything if we're unable to rotate our best players. Now, I don't even know if Saka starts today. Would you all start Saka? Right? Or give Ethan a run out? I'd love to see Ethan get a run out. But this is a delicate balance that Arteta has to make. He has to get this right, right? You get 15.6 million pounds to figure this out. Too much rotation, you upset the dynamics of the team. Not enough rotation, then you face the risk of burnout. A Carabao Cup win mid-season would be massively mental for Arsenal. Big up those cup games. We need to play differently than the league game. With the league game, you can be patient and leave with a point. In a cup, you have to be clinical fast. Another great point. But being clinical isn't our thing, right? But one thing we do know is that Brighton plays open football. They play out from the back and they can see chances. So there will be space and there will be some chances for Gyökeres. So this is the kind of game that I would expect him to bag in. And I think he starts today because he needs a goal. Needs a couple of goals. Smash up the likes, says Cooper. Big up to Cooper, man. Big up to Cooper, the legend in the house. Always good to have you, my bro. Thank you for tuning in. Waneri has to start. Yeah, if he doesn't start today, he's gonna be looking like, bruh, why did I sign that new contract? The oldest guard has been injured, and I can't get, so he can make it. I understand why I'm not getting some Premier League minutes. I'm still upset that I'm not getting some. He's getting none. But if Odegaard is injured and I still can't get any Premier League minutes, come on. Even if Eze has to run a little bit of left wing time so you can play Ethan in the 10, go for it. There will be space today for them to cook. Come on, Hendo. Come on, man. As much as you support the channel, I can't believe to be mad at myself that I didn't have you modded already, man. But thank you for tuning in, my bro. But yes, people, what are we talking about now? All right, we can get into some predictions. Oh, Jesus. Oh, so I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we can see today. I honestly feel like we can see. I don't think we keep a clean sheet against this Brighton bunch because of the heavy rotation in the back. I don't think Gabriel plays today, or don't think he starts. I think Arteta going into this game, he will start Hincapié and Mascara. Gabriel will be there in case he needs to come on and shore the thing up. But this back line of Skelly, Hincapié, Benjamin White, and Mascara isn't the worst, but you can start Premier League games. It's good. It's a good back four. But I don't think that's the back four that can keep a clean sheet against Brighton. So I do think we concede. So, today I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal. Yep. I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal where Trossard, Benjamin White scores. And for them, Danny Welbeck scores. You see that? So all the ex-players score against them. Ex-players scoring against their former team today. Ben White, Trossard, and Danny Welbeck all score. 2-1 Brighton. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Cooper. Let us know how that's going, man. First thing I hear we concede. Because we rotate heavily today. I think he rotates the entire back five, man. The boys need a rest. You build this. So here's the thing. We can't criticize, right? Because if he builds this big squad, then he uses the big squad, then gets criticized for rotating the squad. So yeah. Brighton know how to play ball, man. They create high volume chances. I think they get one, and I still think we go through. And if you're gonna concede, you concede in the cup, right? Because the precious Premier League record is what Arteta is mostly concerned about. Your defense and cup records and defensive records in the cup, never really talked about it. It's the best defense in the Prem. But yeah, I think we concede one. Nito says 2-1. I think we concede a 2-1. You really think he will associate Cappy and Mascara? I do think Gabriel will start with Mascara. Still need someone to guide him. The fact that remember Gabriel, even though I didn't believe it, Gabriel was on injury reports on FootMob. In fantasy football after the Atletico game. He left that game in the 72nd minute. He felt something, right? So I think he will rest. The cup game against Port Vale, the only reason why Saliba started that game is because he had rolled his ankle versus Liverpool and needed to get back some minutes to get back into match fitness. I don't think Gabriel played in the Port Vale game. Or did he come on? I don't remember that game, the back line. But I know there was some rotation. Skelly came in. But yeah, I do think he rotates the back line, the entire back five. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Hope that goes well. The link for our beloved Gary from Don't Waste the Trip people. He does make great content. Matter of fact, later, maybe he hops on with me when I do my Around the League / NBA Wednesday show. Big up to Gary. Nito says 4-2 Palace. 3-2 Wolves. 2-0 City. 1-1 Newcastle on pens. People, today is going to shape up to be either a great day of football or it's going to be a boring disappointment where all the big boys win, right? Where it's, City just do them, Liverpool just do them, we get by Brighton. But I do think the Tottenham Newcastle game should be a spectacle that I'm actually looking forward to. Not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to that one, big time. But for Liverpool versus Palace at Anfield, there is not a world where I can see where Liverpool lose this game. So, with that being said, I think Liverpool will beat Crystal Palace 1-0. They're going back to remember the 5-for-5 Liverpool? The 1-0 free kick versus us, the 1-0 late pen versus Burnley, the late header by Van Dijk to beat Atletico, the 88th minute goal by Mo Salah against Bournemouth, or the last minute kick of the game by Rio at St. James's Park, one of those 1-0 margins. Very close game. Palace will make it very, very difficult for them. But I think Liverpool will get by. Big up to Kwaja. Hope you are good, man. Honors and respect to you, my guy. Appreciate you keeping us updated, Cooper. Yes, sir. Man, these injuries and these surgeries late in life, man, it's never, the recovery isn't fun. The recovery is absolutely taxing on the body. Yeah, Man City, Swansea. What am I saying? Yeah. 3-0. Easy 3-0. Down 3-0 by halftime. Second half, training session. Pass the ball. Pass it. Swansea will get a chance. Matter of fact, while the game is still close, while the game is still 1-0 or still 0-0, Swansea may get a chance. It'll come close. They'll hit the bar. They'll actually believe that they can get something out of this game. And then City just, nah, bro. You're here, we're there. Here are the levels. Yeah. Because what we saw happen to Grimsby yesterday is because they beat United, right? They see another Premier League team come to their ground and they'll be like, oh, we can play football with these, man. And then try to play football and end up losing 5-0. Could have been 7 or 8, So it's one of them ones. Wolves, Chelsea. Now, if you look at the fixtures across and you're like, okay, which one of these fixtures is there more likely to be an upset? Because if If Palace beat Liverpool based on their current form, is that really an upset? Not sure, because you got Anfield the Red in here, Liverpool faithful, saying that he thinks Liverpool are going to lose this 5-1. Nah, that wouldn't be an upset. Two Premier League teams going at it. Arsenal, Brighton. I could see people saying that's an upset. We're top of the Premier League table. Best defense, deepest squad, all that stuff. I could see that. But Chelsea Wolves are bottom of the Premier League, like dead last. But they have a good record in the cup. So could they do it? No. I actually think Chelsea win this 2-1. Yep. And Tottenham, Newcastle. My God. St. James's Park. Yeah. Come on, Newcastle. Jordy Dredd. Yeah. Make sure you schedule a damn late night out tonight. Whether you regardless of this result. And people, I'm sure he'll be doing a watch along. Jordy Dredd TV will go over to Specs and make sure that he schedules a night out session tonight. And make sure you invite D-Dubs. Make sure you invite Big Preach and all them. Before the result. Let them commit to the show before the result. Big up to Jam Boy. Big up to you, bro. Make sure you make him commit. Big Preach, D-Dubs, Scans. Make sure everyone commits before the result. That way, night out sessions. After they're never file commitments, we do our night out thing and we can discuss fixtures. Even me, I'll commit, bro, because should we get punched up? I still have to come answer for the crimes. I shall be there. But I think Newcastle win that 1-0. Yeah, 1-0. So, and then I think the draw is right afterwards, isn't it? The draw is right after. Arsenal 2-1, Liverpool 1-0, City 3-0, Chelsea 2. I think Chelsea beat that. Chelsea beat Wolves 2-0. And 1-0 to the Newcastle. And right after, give me Cardiff. Give me Cardiff in the next round. At the Emirates, too. I want all the advantages. I don't want to have to go to Cardiff and nope. Don't have to travel to Wales. Nope. Give them the Emirates. And then in the next round, I want to see Liverpool and Man City. One of them knock the other one out. And I want to see Chelsea and Newcastle. One knock the other one out. The other ones all where they may. Give me Fulham in the final. Give me Fulham in the semis. And then on the easiest path to this trophy. I need this badly. It should be. But then we check the score after 90 minutes and see it's 0-0 and going to pens. But I'll only be watching 50 minutes of that. I'll be locked into our game. 2-1 Newcastle, just fair. Don't invite preaching D-Dubs. Drag them by their collars into the stream. Yeah, they need to be there, man. They need to be there because need to get these men on record saying the stuff that they say. If you know, the group chat as well is like a dressing room, and it will stay in there. But we need to give the people content, and we're cheating the fans right now. Yep, I can see it going to pens, definitely. Cardiff winning the West Derby. Give me Fulham in the quarterfinal. Give me Fulham in the semi. Give me Fulham in the final. Yeah, man. Fulham. I know you remember. Fulham knocked you out of the FA Cup last year, didn't they? Mm-hmm. You knocked us out and went and lost to Fulham. Crazy. A similar United run when they won the cup. Yeah, with Coventry in that. If Arsenal get through, we'll get Brentford as we play them in the Prem so close to the next round of the Carabao occurs. It always seems to be that way. But I want Cardiff. I want Cardiff. And I want City and Liverpool to draw each other. I want all the stars to align. Because none of this, no one remembers that guy scored against Man United and his toe was offsides. And United went on to win the damn shit. Big up to Cape. Big up to KP. Cape has pause gang. Hope you're a good, my guy. And he is saying 3-0 to us tonight. That playing out from the back isn't Playing at the Brackish by Brighton ain't gonna run tonight. Yeah, they play open, honest, suicide football. I think Gyökeres will get some space tonight. I just hope we create 3 or 4 chances for Gyökeres. Right? Of those 3 or 4 chances, one may be a clear-cut chance, another half chance, and see how he does. He gets off the mark tonight, but I think this is a game that he could. Van Hickey and Lewis Dunk aren't the worst center backs in the world, but they aren't Rio and Vidic by any stretch. So I think we should get some change out of them. So I'm going 2-1. Yeah, same needs, same. He needs an easy, clear-cut chance to score tonight. And this begs the question for me: who creates for him? Because the Port Vale lineup, Jesus Christ, the Port Vale lineup that we had. I actually think the lineup that we played against Port Vale wasn't a bad lineup. It was a very attacking lineup, to be fair. Because the Port Vale lineup had Eze starting in it. Right? That was Eze's first goal, and we scored early. Scored in the 8th minute. Yeah, we had Marino up top, Martinelli left, Saka right. I don't think Saka starts tonight. But the midfield of Norgard, Ethan, Eze. That was an attacking midfield. Backfield was Benjamin White, Saliba, Mascara, Lewis Kelly. I think Kincapi comes in for Saliba tonight, and the rest of that back five stays the same. I would be okay with the same midfield. I actually would. But plays Zubimendi tonight. Plays Zubimendi. I would. He's suspended for the next Champions League game. Use this game to give the other guys a rest. You can bring Norgard in to short stiffer, but I don't want to see Declan on the pitch tonight. Not after we hear that he's been injured. But I am starting Gyökeres up top. Right? All the big hitters on the bench. You start Trossard. You start him against his former team. Somehow he plays well against them. I'm here for it. Yeah, big up Mito. Love, bro. Love to you, man. Appreciate you. Big up in the chat. Hit the like if you haven't already. Make sure that you are sub to DJ Jam Boy, says LFC Monster. You better listen to him. Big up to Rob. Hope you are good. Honors and respect. I think we should be starting 2 attacking midfielders with Norgard in front. I have a feeling Marino will start at striker. Yeah, I want Gyökeres to start, man. I want Gyök to start and see the net bulge. Big up to my brother, Gianni. El Show. Hope you are good, man. Big up Gianni, of course. If Saka doesn't start, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I want to see Dalman. The amount of space that Brighton gives you and allows you to play football. So Brighton had Mbeumo looking like prime Mbeumo. Brighton is the type of team, but okay, you'll score, but we will outscore you. I think they will attack us. Dalman or Ethan. Even if Ethan drifts out wide, there will be space for them today. We have us a game today on our hands, people. Brighton are not going to come and do the Palace thing. They're not coming to do the West Ham thing. They are coming to play football. Good football. I'm here for it. That we just have the 2 games where we have to score our final goal in open play. It was against Bilbao and Olympiacos. The rest of our goals all came from set piece. I don't think we will rely at the set pieces heavily today because I don't expect Declan Rice to start. And as much as we big up Gabriel and we big up the guys who actually score the goal, our set piece maestro is actually Declan, especially those ones from the right hand side, the deliveries. That in swinging whip. It's mad. Come on, Jam Boy. The community be community, and you're right. Even Gyökeres versus his old team would be wanting to score many. I do want Gyökeres to start. Yeah, if he starts Moreno in the midfield, who knows what Mikel is going to do today? He has a big decision to make today, right? He has a couple of key decisions to make today. £15.6 million. He got us at top of the Premier League, bro. So trust him to make the right decisions tonight because we must win this. I know you, Cape. I know most of the men them are saying they won the Prem and majors. I want this cup, brother. I want this cup badly. I'm so thirsty. Thirsty for the EFL Cup. I'm drinking out of a bottle. But I need it, yeah. But big up, man. I'm on 26 subs. I want to hit 100K by the start of the week. Yes, we can do it. We can do it. Make sure that you are going to sub the DJ Jamboy, people. Cape says he has a big worry Martinelli be injured for a bit. Now down to just 3 attackers till Kai and Nani are back. When Nani comes back after the international break, unfortunately, Trossard is gonna hold down that spot. Or if Eze has to go out there and do a job, we still have Ethan. But we make it to November, right? We make it to the Sunderland game, win that game. I don't think we need Martinelli or none of the big guns to beat Sunderland and Burnley, even Slavia, to be fair. We just have to get to November international break with no more injuries, get those guys back. So Noni can relieve some of the pressure. Let's go. Of course. Come on, man. Our own John, bro. We must win. I need that. 31 years, bro. 32 years. I need that. I really believe if we win this Carabao Cup, and I think Hendo said it earlier in the chat, we win this Carabao, you get down to match week 30, match week 32, that experience of these guys actually winning a cup in February or March, whenever that final is, will push them over the line. That's what we're missing. I'm here for it. Yeah, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. I do want the Prem, but I've never seen this club lift what I call the Carling Cup. Oh, geez, no. Yeah, man, we need that. I need it. It's the first one, because you've heard me say a domestic double. You won't hear Arteta out for me. I'm going to shut up. I'm leaving the party with both hands full. Yeah, man needs this plaque. It's 100K. Yes, man, people have to sub to Jamboy. 1 second. Where is that? Coca-Cola cup in my younger days. Oh, my days. Yeah, people, let's get DJ Jamboy up to at least 50 subs so he can do live streams. Is that the Serato set or is that virtual DJ you got in your background there, Jamboy? It's badass though. That shit looks expensive, bro. I got the new Mark one that I use for my setup because I'm a part-time DJ. I do my thing. I make my own mixes because the music out there now is shit. So I download my own music and I make my own mixes. I don't go on the radio. Yeah, we got to get it at some point. Might as well start now. Now is the time. I always think you Arsenal fans would do well with win anything before requesting a Premier or UCL. I get it, but let him prove he can do anything at all by winning a cup. Man, I need the cup, brother. I need the cup because even if we win the Carling FA Cup Carabao, at the end of the season, even if he doesn't win anything else, and I still want him sacked, I will remember this season as we won something. Come on. Get me to a final. Get me to Wembley. Yeah? Get me to Wembley, and I like our chances. Even if it's Chelsea. Even if it's at Wembley against Chelsea, because I do think Chelsea get by Wolves today. Us versus Chelsea at Wembley, I like our chances. History says so. I don't ever use virtual. So that's what I started with, because I never had anyone to teach me. So back in the desert, you get some downtime. I downloaded virtual DJ and started using that. But now, it's not as stable as Serato, but it's elementary and very user friendly, if you ask me. Rainbow cup and a milk cup. Oh my days. I meant by that if it's not for the said piece to open up the score, we don't do anything else. We really need to find another way to score faster. I think Brighton is one of those teams where you will create chances against, clear-cut chances. And that's all you can ask for, isn't it? As a striker, as an attacking unit, you want to create chances because you have no divine right to score, but you create chances. Then it becomes accuracy by volume. You create 4 or 5 chances for Gyökeres. Just by the laws of average, he should bang one of them, or he gonna start hearing, Darwin Nunes tax. Like, do we buy the Swedish Darwin Nunes if he starts missing chances at a high volume? Aubameyang won it for him. Then he started redeveloping the team and won nothing since. I mean, he's doing a slot. He's doing a slot. Like Mo Salah won it for him, and then he went and got all these Ekitike and Isak. Because you've heard the argument, right? You've heard this argument that Mo Salah is the alpha male, Ekitike is the alpha male, and Isak is the alpha male. This you can't so much bull in that one pin. Which one is going to take a back seat and let the other one lead? The decision has to be made. The final ball. So who do you get it to? But I think they'll work it out. See, people say Aubameyang won it from, but people forget Nico Pepe's performance in the semifinal versus Man City. I think that's unfair to say it was Alba when Pepe was critical in that run-in in the semis. Big up, people. Make sure that we are subbing to K Pass Pausa as well. Good brother. Catch him on the catch up this weekend as well. No, I just used MP3 on USB, CDJs, and vinyl on my turntables. I only do the old school way. No computers or software. Boy, hey, listen, Jam boy. Big up. Yes, sir, man. Say old school way. What you mean? Big up, bro. Straight old school. So people, we must get DJ Jamboy the 50 subs because we want to see some live streams with man making mixes. I'm here for it. This version of Arsenal needs trophies. I'll take anything but a Carabao Cup win. I think will lead us to wanting to secure the Prem this season and even more. Fair. BBK, if United are putting 4 past this Brighton first team, we should be smoking them, especially if they rotate. But you know what, Cape? That's the linear argument that you usually hate. If them man did this, we should beat that. Well, we beat United. We didn't beat Liverpool, but they beat Liverpool at Anfield. But the thing is, I've seen this Brighton team coming off the back of a loss. They usually respond well. Matter of fact, I saw them respond against us at the Emirates and beat us 3-0 in the 22-23 season after they lost big to Chelsea. They came and smoked us at the Emirates, emptied the stadium. The match going faithful was leaving after 75 minutes. Yep. Rumbelows was a domestic appliance and electrical devices store in the UK. Long gone now. They used to still have singers. Our electric stores back in Jamaica was singers. We have Quartz, still have Quartz, but we had singers and home electrics back in the day. Mad. But I do think we beat Brighton. I think we get by him. We must. We absolute must. What can we do? People, I'm going to love you and leave you. Manners and respect for the football chat. Sorry I couldn't stream yesterday, but life be life, and it is what it is. LFC Monster think they're going out. Anfield the Red thinks they're going out. Our Liverpool fans have lost their chest. We don't want to see him get it back. We big them up. We appreciate them checking in and giving us their thoughts. But life comes at you fast. That's why I'm urging our Arsenal fans just to calm down a bit. It's not even November yet. We have 87 points. 87 points to play for in the Premier League. There is no world exists where you can project and predict a Premier League title race done when you have 87 points to play for. That is a lot of football. So let's reel it in just a little bit. Keep our feet on the ground. Win our next 2 going into the international break. Get our boys back fit and healthy. None of them, man, better not be going on no international break. No Saliba, none of them. Even if they think they're getting, nope. Right up. No, Hincapi. None. Gabrielle. No. All of you, stay your asses in London. Nowhere. Not going to stay. Next international break that any Arsenal player should be kicking a football is in March, if that. And depending on how the Premier League table is back, we will make that decision when we get there. Dark arts and all that there. Big up to you people. Manners and respect every single time. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.